We're joined 1962 here, and Sony is very famous in the Godzilla community, but not for a good reason. Sony is well known amongst Godzilla fans due to the much-hated film released by Sony in 1998, Godzilla. This film has been talked about to death by many Godzilla fans, but what many forget is that Sony gave us some decent DVDs back in the day. DVDs that helped many in the early 2000s get into the franchise and brought many films to DVD for the first time, at least in America that is. So let's get into the 50th anniversary Godzilla DVDs released by Sony. In 2004, Toho was celebrating the 50th anniversary for the King of the Monsters, Godzilla. Plenty of things happened, like the original Godzilla being played in the US, Godzilla Final Wars was released, plenty of exciting merchandise was released as well, and finally, this DVD set was released in America. These DVDs all follow a similar pattern when it comes to how they are designed and work. Now let's start with the DVD covers. The front of the DVDs have the 50th anniversary banner on the top with the logo of the film underneath. Under that is a custom image to portray the film, though some DVDs use a poster to portray the film. Each of the DVD's backs are different, but are generally all the same. There's some images to show off the film, a kaiju from the film, and a description of the film, though some DVDs are different and instead have special features, taking over the images that would show off the film. And some of the films don't have the 50th anniversary banner on the cover, but despite that, they are considered by Sony as part of this set. Before we get into the DVDs, let's go over all the films that are included. Skip to this timestamp if you want to get straight into the DVDs. Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, Son of Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Hedorah, Godzilla vs. Gigan, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, Godzilla 2000, Godzilla vs. Megaguirus, Godzilla Multi King Ghidorah Jet Monsters All Out Attack, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla Tokyo SOS. I will look at this DVD as well, but it's important to note that Godzilla Final Wars did not release with these DVDs, but it is a part of the 50th anniversary set, so talk about it as well. Starting with Godzilla vs. Sea Monster, the DVD menu has 4 options: play movie, scene selections, language, and previews. Play movie and scene selections are self-explanatory. The languages included in the DVD are Japanese and English, with subtitles being an option. The previews contain multiple trailers. These range from films like Steam Boy and Mirror Mask to the Godzilla trailers included. The menus of the DVD are made up of images from the film, and vary in quality. For example, on the languages menu, some of the main characters from the film can be seen, but they are poorly cropped, as some of the scenery around them is still visible. This is honestly surprising considering how the cropped images of the kaiju and Shobijin are cropped pretty well, honestly. The Son of Godzilla DVD is the same as the Godzilla vs. Sea Monster DVD, with the only difference being the previews being different. Now moving on to Godzilla vs. Hedorah, this DVD has very interesting menus. The main menu has the cover of the DVD on the left with various screenshots of the film to the right. On these various screenshots of the film are options like play movie and previews. Aside from the very different visual look of the menus, there are some differences from this DVD from the others. When selecting from the languages menu, there's now a French option for subtitles. And of course, the previews are different again. For Godzilla vs. Gigan, the menus go back to how it was with Godzilla vs. Sea Monster and Son of Godzilla, where now cropped images from the film are used to portray the kaiju. There's not much to say, of course, as just the previews and languages are different again. So let's start going by a little quicker here, as the DVDs are relatively the same. Both Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 have different language options, and of course the previews are different for various DVDs. Though I will bring up how the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 DVD honestly looks the worst visually out of all of them. The cropping of the kaiju looks rough, and it doesn't have much going for it. But ironically enough, the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla DVD looks the best to me. From the green boxes when you select an option, the menu background art style, and the images used, I just love the art style of this DVD the most. Thankfully, Godzilla 2000 would fix the issues that Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 had, and it's possibly the best DVD in the set visually. Instead of a static menu with cropped images or screenshots of the film, it's a completely original menu, using, I'm sure, cropped parts of the film. It showcases Godzilla attacking Japan and roaring at civilians running away. When you hover over an option, there's a nice little fire PNG that goes over where you select, and the options are made up to look like lights and signs. And a great addition to this is when you select an option, a missile comes in and blows up the option you selected and transitions into the menu for said option. All the menus are custom made and look relatively nice. The art style of this DVD is nothing short of great, and the special features on this DVD hold up as well, as we have various things to look at, with behind the scenes, trailers, and audio commentary all available. But this has a unique special feature called Talent Files. Talent Files includes 2 options, these being Takao Okuwara and Godzilla. Sorry if I mispronounced his name. But Okuwara is the director of this film, and the talent file goes over Okuwara's birth date when he joined Toho, and his filmography. Meanwhile, Godzilla's talent file includes not only Godzilla's filmography, but also facts about him like his height, origin, his win-loss ratio, and more. This DVD is all around probably the best it can get for this set, so let's see how the rest of them are. That's Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. Jokes aside, the DVDs don't reach the highs of Godzilla 2000 again. Instead, we go back to a simpler design. Godzilla vs. Megaguirus and Jim K are practically the same DVD, with the only main differences being the film. Same layout, art style, and how you select the various options. As for Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, just wow. I can't lie. This DVD's art style has to be my favorite out of any DVD I've ever seen. The blues and whites come together in these white, shard, crystal-like objects, and this color scheme continues with how the images are presented. It's beautiful. Now, aside from me gushing over an art style of a DVD that's older than some of you watching this video, let's get into what's included. There's usual things that are different, like trailers, subtitles, and audio setup that are different obviously, but aside from that, there isn't much to say about this DVD. So funnily enough, Godzilla Tokyo SOS is basically the same DVD, but just a different film. The art style is nice, but it's honestly lacking. Instead of custom images made to go with an art style, we have simple yet effective images based on scenes from the film. But the standout featurette is the behind the scenes footage included. This is a 20-minute featurette that showcases how the film was made and various moments of how the kaiju were brought to life. Having something like this on a cheaper DVD is amazing, as it can lead to people getting interested in the art of Sumason, and possibly even have said people want to delve into these films and how they're made. Finally, we have Godzilla Final Wars, the finale of the Millennium Era. This DVD is one I've actually covered in the past, so I'll make it quick. There's the usual DVD menu options, with the main standouts being what's included. The DVD has a featurette that, just like Tokyo SOS, is a behind the scenes look at how the film is made, and I watched this all the time as a kid, probably because this is my favorite film in the Millennium Era. Aside from that, there's the usual languages and previews are fine, and the art style is honestly one of my favorites of the set. This DVD is basically the same as Tokyo SOS, but just better in every way. Sony would go on to release more Godzilla films over time, but these releases are easily the most famous and probably the best. It's a decent collection of films that were released at the right time. Now, there were some films I'd replace with others, honestly, but if you bought the classic media DVDs and then you bought these as well, you'd be perfectly fine for the early 2000s as a Godzilla fan. I just hope you have some VHSs for the Heisei era. My only critiques for these are that the Heisei era gets almost no representation. There should be more bonus features included on all the DVDs, and the Showa era should have had a better selection of films. But honestly, thanks to classic media, that may not have been possible. Because due to copyright and how that kind of thing works, I'm sure at the time of these DVDs releasing, Sony couldn't get the rights to what classic media had. But with all that being said, I hope you all enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Gojo962, signing off.